Namaste, namaste, and welcome to chair yoga this Monday, midday. We are having a very autumnal day here. So, this practice today is all about staying warm and cozy and feeling our inner sunshine, our inner fires, our connection to our sense of joy as well. Today, for our practice, we are going to use a block or a cushion or something similar to hold and a set of weights. Now, if you don't happen to have weights, then you can use anything, a couple of bottles of water, a couple of tin cans, a couple of cushions, a couple of blocks if you've got them. So if you have these things to hand, that would be great. And you can use anything that feels like a natural substitution for those things as well. So let's begin our practice just with a little bit of awareness. We're going to sit, resting the hands onto the body, just underneath the rib cage, at the top of the abdomen, rolling the shoulders back and down to find some length in the back of the body, and then gazing gently downward or closing your eyes if you're comfortable there, and checking in with your body. We'll take this moment to step away from everything that's going on around us, stepping into the time and space that we have carved out for yoga. Noticing how your body feels in this moment. Noticing any aches and pains and remembering to work compassionately with those parts of the body throughout the practice. Noticing also at least one part of the body that feels peaceful, spacious, and at ease. Allow the sense of ease to blossom out from wherever it's centered, moving through the body, perhaps melting tension as it goes, creating a deeper sense of centered calm. Move your awareness to your breath and making a note of your natural, spontaneous breath. A gentle ebb and flow of your breath. The gentle movement of your body underneath your hands as you breathe. Whenever you're ready, you can deepen your breath. Breathing in a long, deep breath to lift the body tall. And as you breathe out long and slow and deep, you might gently engage your belly muscles to exhale completely. Soft in the belly to breathe in to the sides of the body, the back and the chest. Long, slow breath out, engaging the belly muscles to exhale fully. Deep breath in, soft belly for the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. Long, slow, steady breath out, engaging across the navel to exhale completely. Keep breathing in this way, noticing the gentle movement of the breath in the body, having that sense of filling the lungs with the breath. And emptying completely with the aid of the belly muscles. at the end of your next exhalation, allowing your breath to fall back into its natural rhythm, falling into quietness, relaxing the arms down to wherever they're comfortable to be, and drawing your chin towards your chest. Giving yourself a soft smile here, gently rolling the right ear towards the right shoulder. You don't have to force the body to move, just wherever it naturally goes. Chin back towards the chest, and then gently left ear to left shoulder. As you move from side to side, think about a touch of effort through the belly muscles. Just helping to stabilize the center of the body. A touch of effort with the feet into the floor. As you move from side to side, just noticing if this movement becomes a little bit easier or a little bit less sticky is probably the right way to put it. And this time, as you bring your right ear towards the right shoulder, you might stop for a moment. If this doesn't feel good, keep moving side to side. But if you're comfortable to rest here, just a gentle nod of the head. Doesn't need to be a big movement, just something small. Maybe a gentle turn of the head, as if you were saying no. We'll do that one more time. A gentle nod to say yes, just up and down 2 or 3 times. And a gentle turn of the head to say no. And then gently releasing the chin back towards the chest. Spend a moment in the center, relaxing the shoulders, and then rolling the left ear towards the left shoulder. Seeing if it's comfortable to hang out here for a few moments. If it feels okay, then gently nodding yes. And gently turning the head no. Let's do that one more time. Gentle nod of the head yes, the left ear towards the left shoulder, just 2 or 3, and then a gentle turn of the head no. Not going further than your body wishes to go before returning the chin towards the chest, giving yourself a soft smile and raising the head upright, bottom teeth over top teeth to lift the chin forward and up. Holding as you breathe. And then releasing the head back to center, coming all the way down to bring the chin towards the chest. One last time. Just noticing if that feels a little easier, softening the shoulders, giving yourself a soft smile, and then coming back to an upright position. And as you do, just freeing the arms so we can roll the shoulders a few times. Wonderful stuff. So we're actually going to come up into standing to do some limbering for the whole body and then come back to sitting to work with our weights. So popping to one side any bits and pieces that you don't need. In my case, I'm just going to move my chair to the side as well. And then we will stand on our mats with our feet nice and wide apart, a little soft in the knees, perhaps just giving yourself a gentle shake to begin with. And then in the center, we're trying to use this Pura Chakra area, the Solar Plexus, this space underneath the rib cage, just around about the diaphragm. So we're drawing the belly muscles inwards and upwards. We're thinking about that sense of length down the sides of the body at the same time, and then gently twisting from side to side. Allowing that sense of center to be very stable and secure, so the rest of the body can be really graceful. The arms can wrap around, maybe tapping the sides of the body or the back of the rib cage. Soften the elbows and the shoulders. And then you might add perhaps a little pivot on the toes. You might need to slow your movement down to do that. Still thinking about that gentle lift in the center of the body, using your abdominal muscles to find that security. We can add a soft bend in the knees, a little bounce and twist, bounce and twist. And just having that sense of strength from which to move. We're going to turn this into a small sideways movement. So reaching the arms across the body so that we're reaching the fingertips away from the pointed toe, keeping that gentle bounce and reach, bounce and reach. If you can, stepping that pointed toe slightly further back, keeping the belly muscles very firm, slowing down your movement as much as you need to, trying to get the arms either side of the head, doesn't matter how wide they have to be. If you can, floating that back foot off the floor. Only doing that if you feel really secure in the feet, really firm across the belly muscles. Let's do one more to each side. And then we're going to let the arms way back to center, bring our feet more to steadiness, and then go back to twisting, but this time keeping the hips and the head centered, really firm across the belly. We're going to let the arms wrap around the body and just tap gently. So if you want to be more vigorous, you can, but please don't give yourself a battering. And you can go a little bit quicker if you like, just building up a sense of stable strength, almost like propulsion, isn't it? And then when you're ready, gently letting go, a little twist through the body, and then finding center. When you come to center, stand all the way tall, draw the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And we'll do that 2 more times. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Last one. Forward, up, back, and down. Very nice. Wonderful. So hopefully you can feel that sense of energy, lots and lots of movement around this centered part of the body that helps us to stimulate energy for Pura Chakra, and also helps us just to feel that sense of vitality and inner strength. Confidence. We're going to do a little bit of side bending now. So if we take the feet a bit more narrow, not super close together, but maybe just a bit more narrow than the outside of your body. And we're gently going to ease the hips one way and then the other. You can keep the knees nice and soft here and do what feels natural to your body. So if you move in a slightly different way, but you're still getting a side bend, that's perfect. Just easing one side and then the other. We can leave our arms down to begin with. Maybe a gentle slide or glide of the hands up and down the sides of the body. And then if you wish to, you can add the arms to this process. So that's completely optional. Just doing what feels good to you. But as you add the arms, you might need to slow the movement down. Slow and steady is good here. We're aiming for nice and strong across the center. And you can lift the right heel as you bend towards the right, and lift the left heel as you bend towards the left, just to give that increased sense of length down the side of the body. And we're looking for movement through that centered space. So the sides of the body are sometimes a bit closed. As we come into this side bend, we get real opportunity to feel space and openness, to release stuck energy from that part of the body. Let us do 2 more to each side. Maybe a touch of floating on the tiptoes in between. When you're ready, you can bring both arms up, just reaching through the front of the body and then turning the palms to float all the way down to the sides, rolling the shoulders a little bit. Very nice. Our final practice standing up, well, it's not our final practice standing up, but it is our final limbering movement standing up, is a front and back movement. So we're going to open the arms really wide to open the chest, and then round through the spine. Draw the backs of the hands towards each other and chin to chest. Standing tall to draw the elbows back and open the chest, turn the palms upwards, and then round through the spine, chin to chest. We're making a wave through the body. We can coordinate our breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Doing what your body feels comfortable doing. Again, we're trying to find that space just at the bottom of the rib cage, but here in the front and the back of the body. Let's do one more. And we're going to finish with a breath in to stand tall, reaching the arms and then floating the arms down to the side. Just give your shoulders a little gentle wriggle. The hips can wriggle as well. Lovely job. So I know I said that we're going to do a final, that was our final practice, but we are going to do a chair-based downward dog before we come to sit back on our chairs. And so for this, we will probably stand up again during the class, but for this practice, we place the hands on the back of the chair, we're walking our feet away, but keeping the knees nice and soft and bent. We're going to glide the tailbone back to find length in the front of the body without lengthening the legs, keeping the knees nice and soft, pressing down into the hands. Your head and shoulders might be slightly above where the hands are, that's okay. But if you are comfortable, you can get your head either side, inside the upper arms. And that's what we are aiming towards eventually over practice. And perhaps here with soft knees, just swaying the hips from side to side. This feels a little bit like a side bend, like we did standing up, but perhaps you can feel it more in the back of the body because of the position that we're in. If you'd like to, you can come to stillness in the center and then lengthen one leg and then the other. As you do that, you might look to one side and then the other, again, pressing down into the hands, scooping the belly in, just feeling that centered space, working hard. When you're ready, coming back to the center, we're going to press into the hands and walk towards the chair to come into an upright position. Just softening the shoulders down as we do. Make note of any uncomfortable feelings in the body. Hopefully there are none. Hopefully it feels good. But if you feel dizzy at all, keep hold of your chair until you don't. Fantastic stuff. And now we're going to sit down on our chairs again and have to hand our bits and pieces, as they say, bits and pieces. So we're going to start with our blocks first, and sitting on your chair, quite not super far back, but relatively far back. And we're going to stick the left foot out to the left side. So perhaps if I move my chair, it'd be easier to see. So I'm on the mat. So we've got the left leg extending and the right knee bent. And we don't want to open the right knee out to the right. We want to keep it bent, pointing forwards. So if you need to adjust the position on your seat, so for example, if you sit instead on the corner of your seat with the corner of your chair between your legs, you might get a little bit more room for the legs to move. Perfect. So we do have this block or cushion to hand, but we should practice the motion that we're going to do without it first. So I'm just going to rest it here on my thigh and hope it stays there. You could put it down again if you wanted. Oh, I could rest it behind my body on the chair, even better. Better than hoping for the best with a bit of balance, isn't it? This left leg that's extended could be turned out to the side if that suits your hip more, turned all the way forward if you prefer, or anything in between. Do what feels right for your leg. We're going to sit really tall, press our feet into the floor, and then draw that strength in from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head, lifting in the belly muscles and reaching the arms nice and wide. Here we're gently going to take the left hand down towards the leg on the left side. If it doesn't reach, just bring it to your hip instead and reach the right arm up and over. And then we're going to come back in the opposite direction, take the right hand down to the right waist and reach the left arm up and over. And let's do this a few times. So we're coming back through center. You can either reach to the waist with your left hand and over with your right, or you can reach for your leg, doing the same in the opposite direction. Trying to keep that real centered support through the belly muscles. We'll do one more in each direction. And then here in the center, we'll let the arms relax down. We're just gently going to bend that left knee and turn the foot out to the left. So now we've got one foot facing forward and one foot out to the left. And then just a gentle twist, taking the arms to cactus arms and then twisting towards that left side, nice and firm in the belly, back through center and towards the left side. Let's do one more of those. Gentle twist towards the left and a gentle twist towards the right. When you're ready in the center, relaxing the arms down, you can let your left leg extend again. And now we take hold of our blocks. So if you don't have a block, a book is perfectly acceptable, and we can use that. And a cushion would also work here if you want to. So we're lifting the block up. And if it feels too much to hold your block or cushion or book over your head, you can draw it back towards yourself, holding it at chest height or holding it much closer to center. So it doesn't matter which of these you choose. The further away from center it is, the more challenging it is. We're pressing into the feet, firming the belly muscles very strongly here, and then breathing in. As we breathe out, we just gently lean over to the left. You maybe don't go quite so far, that's fine. Breathing in back to the center and breathing out, leaning over to the right. Press your left foot into the floor. Breathing into center. Breathing out over to the left, strong in the legs, firm in the belly. Breathing in and up, breathing out over to the opposite side. Let's do one more to each side. Breathing out as we lean to the left. Breathing into center, breathing out as we lean to the right. Breathing into center. And here, releasing the block down, remembering that you can always hold it closer towards you if you'd like to. And this time we're going to draw our left knee in so that we've got both feet pointing perhaps slightly out. And we're going to take a little forward bend. Breathe in to lift your chest. Breathe out to fold forward, maybe resting the hands onto the thighs. I think hands for the first time is quite nice. And we can just gently sway the chest from side to side. Keep that lift through the belly muscles. Maybe there's a gentle twisting of the upper body. Do something that feels nice. If you prefer to keep it smaller, or if you prefer to bend a little deeper, you can. For those who are comfortable, you can slide your hands all the way down towards your ankles. Maybe relax the back of the neck, the shoulders. Take a deep breath or two. You can stay higher up if you choose. And when you're ready to come up, hands back to the tops of the knees and use the hands to come into an upright position. Just a gentle roll of the shoulders. Fantastic stuff. Let's point that right knee forward in front of the right hip and step that left leg out to the left again for our next practice with our block or book. So we're doing a very similar practice, but we're actually going to bring the block down to the leg on this side, and we're going to rest it onto the chair or the side of the chair on the other side. So slightly different movement of the arms. And again, every time we move differently, we're demanding something slightly different from our center. So let us begin by pressing the feet into the floor, sitting really tall, breathing in to take the block up. Breathing out, draw the belly muscles in and shoulders down. Breathe in again here. As you breathe out, left hand takes the block or book down to the left leg. We're leaning over with the right, and we're just holding for a couple of deep breaths here. We're using the support of the block, trying not to collapse too much into that left side. Keep reaching into the right side, and then to come up, Turn your top palm up to the ceiling, breathing in back to the center. Swap your block through your hands and breathing out, taking your block with your right hand, just checking you've got somewhere nice and secure to rest it so you can press on it, and then leaning the left arm over, trying to get space between the left fingertips and toe tips so that we get a real sense of open down that side of the body, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Very nice. Turning the palm, breathing in back to the center, breathing out to bring your block down to your chest. Very nice. We can place the block anywhere that's comfortable. Just gently walk the left foot in. It's a little bit stronger when you're holding. And we're going to draw the knees into the chest one at a time. So drawing the right knee in, just rounding slightly, sitting tall, and then left knee in, rounding slightly and sitting tall. Let's do that one more time to each side. Very nice. When you bring the left foot down to the floor, you can step the right foot nice and wide. So we start in the same position as we did at the beginning. So we're pressing into the feet to sit tall, going to take the arms out to the side as we breathe in. As we breathe out, right hand to right waist and lifting the left arm up and over. Breathing in back through the center. As we breathe out, left hand to left waist, reaching the right arm up and over. Breathing in the center, firm through the belly as we breathe out and lean to the right. Breathing in through center, firm in the belly as we breathe out and lean to the left. Let's do one more to each side. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. The legs are not passive here, they're very active. Breathing in and then breathing out to rest the arms down to the side. We're going to turn the right foot out to the right. So left foot points forward, right foot points out to the right. You can move your leg a little bit if it helps. And then we're just doing a little bit of twisting here. So sitting tall, taking the arms to cactus arms, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Press into the feet, firm the belly, inhale. As you exhale, gently turning to the right. Inhale back through center. As you exhale, gently turning to the left. One more time to each side. Inhaling back through center, exhaling as we twist to the right. Inhaling back through center, exhaling as we twist to the left. Inhale back through center, just releasing the arms down, let the breath settle, wriggle the shoulders, and extend your right leg again, but with your toes pointing forwards. And grab hold of your block, cushion, book, whatever you happen to be using. Very nice. So here we are going to take our arms out and up, breathing in, breathing out, shoulders down. We're going to press into the feet, firm the belly, breathe in here. As you breathe out, gently leaning over to your right side, breathing in back to the center and breathing out, leaning over to the left. Still firm in the legs, breathing in back to the center. Remember, you can do this with the block at chest height, or just lower down, or even right into your center, breathing out to the left. One more time to each side as we breathe in, firm through the belly throughout, breathing in and breathing out to the left. Breathing in back to the center, just relaxing the block down, maybe placing it wherever it's useful. We can draw the right foot in, turn both feet out, and do that lovely swaying forward bend. So hands onto the thighs, you breathe in to open your chest, breathe out to fold forward, maybe a gentle push of the legs towards each other and the hands into the legs to get that lovely swaying through the upper body. Scoop in of the belly muscles, coming down a little lower for those of you who would like to, sliding the hands all the way to the ankles for those who feel comfortable to do that, resting in a bit of stillness for those who are doing this option. For a deep breath in, relaxing the back of the neck and shoulders, deep breath out, And then hands to the tops of the knees, firm in the belly to come up to sitting again. Just take your time at the top of that movement if you need to. We're going to turn the left foot to point forward, move the right foot out to the right, toe pointing wherever it's comfortable, and grab hold of our blocks one last time. So here we're going to breathe in, taking the arms up, firm belly, firm feet, firm legs. Breathing out as we bring the right hand with the block down to the right leg and lean over with that left arm. And here we're just holding as we breathe, trying to draw the shoulder blades slightly together, use those belly muscles, finding that length down the left side of the body. And then when we're ready, we can breathe in, come back through center. We're going to take the block into the left hand, take that block down to the outside of the chair or the seat, something we can press onto with the block and reach the right arm over. We're trying to lengthen the space between the right toe tips and fingertips. A couple of deep breaths. Try not to draw the right shoulder forward. Try to be sideways. And then turning your palm, turning up as we breathe in, back through center, breathing out, bringing the hands down to the chest. And then we can gently walk this right leg in and do a little knee to chest. So breathing in as you sit tall, breathing out left knee into the chest, hugging it towards you, breathing in to sit tall, breathing out right knee to chest. Let's do one more of those to each side, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Lovely job. Fantastic stuff. Well done, everybody. So we are going to come to standing up again. So bear that in mind. We are going to stand up any way that feels good. Move our chairs in one direction or the other. And if you've got your weights handy, just placing them on your chair seat for a moment while we do a little downward dog. So we want to face our chair back, hands on the chair, walking the feet away, and just soften the knees, glide the tailbone back so that we bring the torso towards parallel with the floor. We want to press into the hands as strongly as feels comfortable, lifting in the belly muscles, and maybe bring your feet ever so slightly closer together. You can sway the hips gently from side to side, wriggle out any effort or tension in that part of the body. Smashing stuff. And then we're just holding for a moment to breathe in and out before pressing into the hands and walking ourselves in to stand upright, taking a moment, taking also one of our weights. Aces. We're going to stand with the chair on one side, so we've got nice strong support on that side, and we're going to use our weights to do a little bit of action here. So now we are upright, we can take so I'm standing with it's better if we stand on our right leg first. I'm sorry I didn't say that, but standing on your right leg first, taking your left leg out to the left side, we're going to take our left arm with our weight out as well. So it doesn't matter what you're holding. It could be a block, it could be nothing. You don't need to hold anything to do this practice if you don't want to. We're going to reach that left hand over to the left. I realize it's difficult to see. Let me move back slightly. So the left arm over to the left, but still standing nice and tall with our standing leg. And then we're going to draw the left elbow and knee towards each other if we can. So we're going to breathe in to lengthen. We want to be stepped away from the body, breathing out to draw the left elbow and knee towards each other. They don't have to touch. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do two more. Breathing in, breathing out. That looks great on the screen, guys. Breathing in and breathing out. Very nice. And then just gently stepping onto both feet. You might like a little march in place. And we're going to take, if you've got two weights in one hand. If you don't have two weights, just use one. Or if you are working with something that's difficult to hold two of, then that's fine. Just use one. We're going to take the weights into the right hand, And then here, standing nice and tall. Use a chair for support if you need to. You're going to lengthen the weights down the right side of the body and then bring them back to center and then lengthen ever so slightly over to the left, sorry, and back to center. So we've got the weights only in one hand, going a gentle side to side and just doing what feels good. Soft in the knees, very firm across the belly. And we're just doing one more of these. Very nice. Back through center. Aces. Same thing on the other side. So I think it was useful for us to do that without doing any counter posing. But if you need to, and you're doing this on the video, then you can absolutely stop for a little bit of wriggling or jiggling or downward dog on the chair. So we're going to have the weight in our right hand, left side of the body next to the chair, the wall, whatever support you're using. Step your right foot away and reaching your right arm out and up. We're going to breathe in as we lengthen the right arm all the way over to the left and breathe out to draw the right elbow and knee towards each other. So breathing in to lengthen, breathing out to draw the elbow and knee towards each other. So a little lovely side bend to lengthen. Breathing out, we're going to do 2 more of these. Use as much support from your chair as you need to, but try to work with lifted tummy muscles as well. Last one. We're going to step onto both feet, just give ourselves a little march in place, and then take hold of both weights, if you've got to, in your left hand. And this is where we're really working with very small weights. I probably should have said that at the beginning. These are just a kilo each. Normally I work with 1.5 kilos for this. So it ends up being 3 kilos, but it's £2 in old money. Good job. £2 is what we want for these weights today, kilo each. So standing really nice and tall, nice and firm across the belly. We're gently bending to the left first, and then coming back to the center, and then bending to the right. A little soft in the knees, firm in the belly muscles. We're only doing 3 of these, so do them nice and slowly. And we're trying to just feel the effect of that little bit of extra weight on one side. But we don't want to do anything that causes discomfort in the body, particularly in the back. Coming back through the center, gently, maybe using a weight in each hand to roll the shoulders. Very good. One of the things I really like to do when I am holding a weight in each hand is a little Kati Chakrasana with the weights as well. So a little firm in the belly, just letting the arms wrap around the body. You perhaps have to be a little bit more careful about thumping the body with holding weights instead of just with your hands. But it's a really nice release. And weighted has the effect of just encouraging a little bit more muscular support. A little press into the feet, lengthen into the crown of the head. Smashing. When you're ready, coming back to center, few rolls of the shoulders. Again, holding weights just makes the body work that little bit harder. Means that those muscles that are used to this kind of practice are suddenly having to work a touch harder. It helps to maintain our muscle mass. We'll go the other way as well. Helps to support our joints as well. And then we're going to pop these weights down and do a little final downward dog practice, but lifting one leg. So just making sure that that feels good. There'll be options for those who don't wish to lift the leg as well. So we're going to start facing onto the chair, walk our bodies back away from the chair so that we soften the knees, slide the tailbone back behind us. And then here we're going to stand onto the left leg and just point the right leg back. So it could be that we simply slide in and out. So we keep the position of our downward dog, but we gently draw the toes of the right foot forward and the knee slightly forward, but stay on the floor, and then slide back again. If you can, practice this one a couple of times, 3 times. So sliding the foot back and drawing the foot forward. And we'll finish in the back position. And then let's take a little break. So we'll come to center, stand all the way up, give ourselves just a little bit of a wriggle. That might be a strong enough challenge for your body today. Remember that we just have the body that we've got on the morning of. It might be that there's a little bit of tiredness or an injury or something else going on. So listen to what your body says. If you would like to do more, so you can do exactly the same thing again, you can simply hold downward dog and just breathe in stillness or doing a wiggle. That's also good. But if you would like a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to soften the knees, let the hips come back, press into the hands, take the weight onto the left foot again, slide the right leg back. So same side, firm across the belly muscles, and we're just gently lifting that leg up and lowering the leg down. So we really have to work hard in our standing leg, but also in the muscles through our center to keep that very nice long shape in the body. And if you can, doing 2 more of these. So we've already done 3. We can do 2 more. We just need to breathe. And then when you're ready, you can slide your foot back underneath the hips. Take a moment just to wiggle the hips from side to side. And then we'll walk into our chair to take a couple of breaths, standing upright, giving the body a little bit of a break. And whilst that might feel like a bit of a cop-out, actually your body works better with small breaks between exercises. So if you just do one thing after another, after another, after another, without resting the muscles at all, then they begin to fire less well, they become less efficient, you're more likely to have an injury as a result of practice like this. But by gently resting between each motion that you do, you give your muscles a quick refresh, and they're more likely to offer better service to your body, and you get more efficiency out of whatever practice you're doing. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to start with that in and out motion. Of course, you can always hold down dog on its own if you like. Stepping the feet back, little soft in the knees, letting the hips come backwards as we bend in the knees, firm the belly, firm the hands down. Weight onto the right leg, and we just gently slide the left foot back, toes stay on the floor, and then slide the left foot forward. Maybe the knee comes slightly in front of the body. Sliding the left toes back, sliding the left foot forward, and one more time, all the way back, and all the way forward. Let's finish actually in the back. I don't know, I did that for some reason on the other side, and then step onto both feet, and then gently walk yourself in, giving yourself a little break for the shoulders as well, break for these muscles around the center, any motions that feel good. And then we can do our 5 lifts. Again, totally optional. Hands on the chair, walking back into your downward dog. Hopefully you're beginning to feel really familiar with this down dog on the chair. It's such a nice position. We're firming the belly, taking the weight onto the right foot, sliding the left foot back, and then very gently lifting that leg. Doesn't matter how high it goes, and lowering. We do want to avoid lifting that leg too high, so we don't really want it to get above the hip. So anything lower than that is good. Press into the chair, firm in the belly muscles. We've got 2 more to go. Nice long breaths. Just breathing in a way that feels supportive of your practice. Slow motions are best here. When you're ready, step both feet to the same position on the floor. Nice wide feet to sway the hips gently from side to side. Maybe turn your head gently from side to side if it feels good to do that. And when you're ready, walking all the way into an upright position. What a lot of work that was. Give your shoulders a little roll, maybe a little jiggle. That's sometimes helpful. And any other motions that you need through your body, a wriggle of the hips or similar. Very good. Smashing stuff, guys. So let us wind down towards relaxation. If you want to put on any additional layers, then please feel free. If you want to place your items that you've used to one side, feel free to do that too. I've got my very cozy but incredibly baggy and unattractive jumper, but I do love it. So it is useful when we've done practice that makes us warm and that is challenging, and we can get quite warm doing it. It is really useful to contain that sense of warmth by putting on some extra layers for relaxation. Also with this practice, because it's fire practice, a little sip of water sometimes really helps just to begin that sense of cooling down or relaxing. So as you come to sit on your chair, if there's anything that you feel that you would like to do, so if you want to do maybe a gentle stretch of the side of the body, or opening the chest, holding the chair behind you, perhaps lifting the chin, rolling the shoulder blades towards each other. Any other motions that feel good before we come to rest ourselves all the way back in the seat. I've forgotten my wee block that I put my feet on. And we want to have that sense of now we're here in our seats, being supported by the chair back, really releasing ourselves back into it so that we can bring our body to some softness, some supported softness. Closing the eyes or gazing gently downward. You might like a gentle turn of the head one way and then the other, just to ease any residual tension out of the neck and shoulders. When you're ready to come to center, then bring the body to stillness. Take a long, deep breath in and sigh gently out through the mouth. A long, deep breath in. Let all the effort of practice go. 2 more, a long, deep breath in. Let your muscles begin to relax. Long, deep breath in and surrender your weight back and down. Allow your breath to fall into its natural rhythm and fall into quietness. Take your awareness into your forehead, feel it soften. Feel that space between the eyebrows spreading, separating. The area around the eyes releasing. Your mouth, tongue, jaw, relaxing. Take your awareness to the back of your body. Allow the back of the body to feel heavy, warm, supported, resting back and resting down. Feel the support in the back of the body. The places that were so active, feel them able to soften, to let go. Move your awareness to the front of your body. Feel the spaces over you and around you. Become aware of the touch of air on your face. The movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe. The weight and the warmth of your blanket or extra layers. Draw your awareness to your breath. Feel the gentle ebb and flow of your natural breath. Feel the sensation of the breath, cool as it comes in through the nose, warm as it leaves the body. Feel the depth of your breath. Its smoothness. A gentle whisper of sound. Feel the movement of the body as you breathe. The gentle rise and fall. Notice that that movement is really centered at the bottom of the rib cage. That movement is the action of the diaphragm. As we relax, the movement is gentle, soft, rhythmic. Like a warm blanket wrapped around us. As we continue to relax, just bring your awareness back to this movement of the breath, this place in the body of our Pura Chakra. Anytime your attention wanders, softening and relaxing a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back to your hands and your feet by moving your fingers, your toes, maybe rolling wrists and ankles. When you feel ready, taking a deep breath in and stretching the body in any way that feels good. Maybe lengthening one side and then the other. Maybe yawning to stretch across the face. When you feel ready, you can gather yourself back to center. You might like to draw one knee at a time into the chest and just round a little over that knee and then change sides. You might like to sit more upright, roll the shoulders a few times or turn the head from side to side. Make any movements that feel good with your body. When you're ready, you can rest the hands across the center of the abdomen, just under the rib cage. Feel the weight and the warmth of your hands there. The place of Pura Chakra, the seat of our confidence, our inner sunshine, and our sense of joy. Take your chin gently towards your chest. We've spent this class moving and energizing this area which fills us with a sense of vitality. But it's important to always rest well when we have used this energy. So hopefully you feel well rested after relaxation, but if during the day you feel the need for a little lie down, don't resist that urge. Take the opportunity to just give yourself that little bit of additional nurturing. And take your inner sunshine and share it with those around you throughout the week ahead. We'll work more on this next week as well. Give yourself a soft smile and then raise your head, opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining in this practice today. On this bleak and miserable day here, we have found our inner sunshine. We've seen the yellow of the leaves around us in autumn, filling us with that golden feeling. And hopefully you carry that with you as well. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.